are we rolling?
All right, down we go.
This is Radio Tetris International, Postcard from Poprad.
I think it's a bizarre idea.
Well, it doesn't sound broken.
We've had a bit of a rewind.
Ian, I've got something to say. I was waiting for my moment.
Lee and I have lots of fun when we do these funny little things that we do.
In all honesty, I don't get
It'll
it.
be like a menage a trois.
I'm actually sitting here in my scanties.
Now see what you've done, Rachel.
I've got to tell you, though, it's pretty hilarious.
Oh, right.
Absolutely not. It's because you mended the studio and you broke everything.
What an idiot.
RTI.
I resemble that remark. Welcome to Postcard from Poprad on a sort of dull Friday. But if you get up above the clouds, it's nice and sunny. As my dad always used to say when I go, Dad, it's all cloudy outside. I don't want to go to school. Oh, he's playing with the cameras again now. And he goes, but Eric, above the clouds, there is bright sunshine. Don't worry about it. And you can't argue with your dad, can you, like that? Nah.
Can I speak now?
You can.
Thank you very much.
I've even got your microphone on, believe it or not.
What you were saying about lollipop.
Yes.
Yes. I was just thinking that actually you could have lollipop, lovely jubblies, and a chucky roll.
Right. What was the other one we used to get? The marshmallow things.
Oh, you can't have a marshmallow. Not with that hand movement.
No, but what was that round thing?
Round thing? What?
It was
like a
biscuit.
wheel?
No, it was like a dome shape, tin foil on the outside, biscuit at the bottom, marshmallow on the top, covered in chocolate.
I don't know. It sounds beautiful, though.
It was awesome. Awesome, man.
I had no
Awesome.
idea.
Welcome, everybody. Nice to have you all with us today.
Very nice.
Really fab. Very nice.
Very nice indeed.
Very nice indeed. Thank you to everybody on you now, if my phone keeps pinging. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Ryan.
Hello to Ryan, to Connor, to Sarah. Who else have we got in there? Cameron. Hello, Cameron.
Hello, Cameron.
I like that name as a Christian name.
I hate that. I'm sorry, Cameron. I like that name on you, but one of my biggest enemies was a man called John Cameron, who was chief sub-editor at the Birmingham Post and was an absolute
Pain in the
animal.
bum. Timmy's working at the moment.
Tim is working. Who's
Well,
Tim?
I don't think he is because
Tim Enge?
No, it's a different Tim. I
Different
think it's a different Tim. Tim's at work at the moment, but obviously he's not because he's listening to us. Hello, Gregoria. Oh, that's a nice name.
Gregoria?
Yeah, and Philip Kruger is there.
He has a chapel.
This is true. Philip Kruger is with us.
Kruger.
I
Whoa.
wonder if he's from South Africa.
I wonder if he's out of that film, Freddy.
True.
Yeah. Freddy Krueger listens to us. Now there's a promotion, Freddy
There is, isn't there?
Krueger.
Now let's see if Dave's got his microphone working.
Have you got your microphone working, David?
This is London Calling. London Calling, are you ready for the results from the London jury?
That sounds so much better.
You sound lovely.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You almost sound human.
No,
What do
that,
you think about
that can't be
lollipops?
true.
No,
No, that-
not really.
I can't hear him.
Of course you can.
Oh.
I can't.
You've got to turn the volume up on your speaker.
Is that camera going to follow me?
Probably. Oh, he's a pain now. Boys and girls, if you're
Is he
listening,
very-
if you're listening on your radio, not too loudly, otherwise we get feedback. If you're listening on your radio and wondering what's going on, we've got some new cameras in the studio. Some of them are automated cameras, and it means that Lee can move around, and when he does, the camera follows in.
And if I lift my cup,
Yeah.
it does a close-up, except my cup's empty, so it doesn't. Speak, Dave, I can't hear you.
Oh, right.
That's because I'm not saying an awful lot.
Oh,
Can you
there it
hear
is.
me now?
I can hear you now.
Ah, perfect.
You have a lovely
Worse.
voice.
What's going on here? Oh, Facebook's just crashed. Oh, never mind. Not to worry, we'll get it back in a minute. It's there. It's working again. Good. Right, so anyway, we better get on. How are you, Dave?
I'm knackered.
I know. Do you know what he's been doing all week?
Playing with
been
horses
running
according to
around.
that.
No, he's been going to television shows all week.
I saw a bit about that, yeah.
Where you been? What are they like?
Right, okay. What did I do? I went to Pointless on Monday. That was out at L Street.
I like Pointless.
That's a pointless show, actually.
No, it's not. It's really good.
Rubbish.
Have
It
you
was a
ever
Pointless Celebrities. I say no more.
Who was on it? Anybody you heard of?
It was a music one. The original lead singer of Shawaddy Waddy. Nobody's going to know
No,
who
that's
these
a
are.
celebrity for you.
Bloody.
So that gives you an idea on that one.
Yeah.
So that was Pointless Celebrities on Monday. Tuesday, I went to Maidstone Studios where they were doing Celebrity Catchphrase.
Do you know what the connection is between Poprad and the Maidstone Studios?
No, go on. I'm sure you're going to tell us.
I am. Sorry about that. Steve's just saying you keep disappearing. Nothing to do with us, I'm afraid,
No,
Steve.
Steve,
We're all fine here. It's not you either, Steve. I think it's Facebook being a pain in the
Naughty Facebook.
derriere today. Such is life. Anyway, yes, the connection between Poprad and the Maidstone Studios, formerly known as the TVS Television South Studios and then the Family Channel Studios, is the UPC television network.
They make windows out of that now,
Was
don't
actually launched because they couldn't launch it in Prague or Bratislava because the rules weren't right for them then. So, like many other television channels back in the 90s, they launched in the UK and sent their signals over here via satellite. And Eric was the bloke that wrote the satellite documents.
they? Wasn't that interesting, Dave?
He's supposed to be the golden anorak. So anyway, the connection is that some of the TV in Poprad actually started life in the studios that you were in this week.
Do you know what the connection between Stoke-on-Trent and Poprad is?
Good
Probably
grief, is
potty.
this just going to be a quiz show?
Yes,
type scenario?
we'll ask you in a minute. Where do you live?
I live in Bromley Way.
Yeah.
Bromley.
Yeah,
That's in Kent.
that is.
The connection between Stoke-on-Trent is that I was invited on 2 occasions to be deputy editor at the Stoke Sentinel, the leading evening newspaper.
What's that got to do with Poprad?
Because I'm here.
Oh, I see. It's you.
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, right.
Dave,
Mich-
Bromley.
Yeah.
Michelle says afternoon, everybody.
Hello,
Afternoon.
Michelle. Afternoon.
Actually, it's Mitchell because he gets the ump with me.
Ah,
I just like
David.
What?
Bromley link.
Yes. Pardon?
Bromley.
Yes. What about Bromley?
What's the link between you, Bromley, and Poprad?
Me.
See, there you are. That's 3 links we've got now.
I was living in the area when we started RTI.
I was living in the area when I was invited twice to be deputy editor on the Stoke Sentinel.
You were living in Bromley and you were invited to be the Stoke Sentinel. That
Exactly.
makes no sense.
It makes no sense to me either, Dave. So what else have you seen?
So we saw. I saw 2 editions of Catchphrase, Celebrity Catchphrase. It was a bit weird to start with. It was a Christmas one, so that really went down well with me, as you know.
Yes.
Who was the
Brought in
celebrities on that?
Christmas music and everything. I'm not sure I can say. I suppose I can do.
You won't be
the
popping a swollen
Christmas
shot.
one is quite cool, actually. Christmas one I saw was Davina McCall,
Whoa.
Jarvis Cocker,
Oh.
and Joe Brand.
Ooh.
It was quite funny.
All right.
She's
Question.
looking a bit old, though, isn't she?
Yeah, Joe Brand is.
No, the other one. Davina McCall.
Davina is. Have you seen that picture in the paper today?
Of Davina
No.
McCall?
No. Cher's mum.
I've seen Cher's mum.
Cher's mum is 93.
I might be Cher's dad, actually.
Yeah, right. She's got talent. Anyway, Cher's mum is 93.
Yeah.
Cher's little sister is 68.
Yeah.
And Cher is 73.
Yeah.
And when you look at them, all 3 of them
Yeah.
together, you're going, yeah, those ages are all wrong. You cannot believe... honestly, I would have put her mum maximum 75.
Cher's
Good
very
grief,
attractive,
I've just
really.
Googled it.
It's
you?
amazing, isn't it?
She reminds me of somebody. Oh, who does she remind me of?
It was...
Cher.
No, Dave's
Oh,
right,
no.
Dave's right.
I can't Google it.
Who was the 3 women that lived in the flat place together? The Golden Girls.
Golden Girls.
She's the one of the very tall lady in the girl...
Who's dead?
Who's dead. What was her name? She talked posh as well, didn't she?
Yeah.
With really
she
deep
looked
voice.
a bit beat up.
No, she looked lovely.
Yeah, she did. She looked beat up.
But she reminds me of her, Dave.
Her uglier.
I like that show.
It was rubbish.
Why?
Because you just like rubbish shows. Like the rubbish shows he goes to see.
That's a bit harsh.
He's right, isn't it? Good afternoon to Andrea, who's checking up on you. I like
I'm
that.
not surprised. He's out of control.
No, actually, I ought to split the money with you now, Dave, because I used to send it to Rachel.
Yeah,
We get a five.
Really?
We get a £5 every Friday to take him out of the flat.
I know.
So Andrew gets some peace and quiet.
I know.
Good
Is
afternoon
it like
to.
care in the community type thing?
Yes, that's right.
I am
Oh.
caring the community. I am an original spaceman.
Right. Good afternoon to Mr. Yorkshire.
Who's that?
Paul Rustling.
Hello, Paul.
And
Hello, Paul.
Can I ask the London people?
Oh,
Who's that? Is West Hampstead posh? I suppose it is a bit.
Fairly posh.
Yeah.
It's got a posh name.
It's not as posh
No,
as
but
Manchester.
West Hampstead is rather nice.
I don't know whether I've ever been to West Ham.
It's definitely the Mercedes and 4x4 area.
I had a really good friend who lived in East Cheam.
Right.
Yeah, and that was very posh, and he was very posh. Guess who it was?
Who?
It was the lead singer of Family, Roger Chapman. When
Roger
I found
Chapman.
out he lived in that man, that big
Yeah, he lived in a
oaf,
bit.
lived in East Cheam.
Yeah, well, and
Well, he shouldn't have done. He should have lived somewhere. He should have lived in a squat and been mad.
no.
He's lovely, but we've fallen out.
Fennel's Fielding, was it? That's the one. Fennel Fielding.
Who's that?
The
Fenella
lady-
Fielding.
Yeah, the lady.
She wasn't in that.
Wasn't she?
No.
Oh.
Fenella Fielding was the one who sang, I want an old-fashioned.
That's the one.
Different,
Different, yeah. Yes,
The Golden Girls.
Yeah.
She wasn't in the Golden Girls.
The Golden Girls starred Beatrice Arthur, Betty White, Rue McLaughlin, and Estelle Getty.
I rest my
Could have been-
case.
Is Estelle the really tall lady?
I can't really tell by just looking at her name on Google.
Well, no, that's very true. But anyway, back to the other picture.
Can I just interrupt for a second?
Well, you're going to.
Because the problem is,
What?
he's Googling everything,
Yeah.
and he has to do it by the same rules as us,
What?
where we try and remember and get everything wrong.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, so stop Googling.
Well, no, but that's Rachel's prerogative because she always brings us into the line.
Yeah, you big girl.
Pack it
You
in
big
and we'll
Google
cut you
girl.
off.
Yeah, we'll cut him off. Don't worry about it. Keith Lewis says, "Hi, girls."
Hi, Keith.
Hi, Keith. No, it was Eartha Kitt who did the old-fashioned girl.
See, that's what I mean, Dave. You say something, get it wrong, and people correct you. You don't have to Google it.
I've never seen Mr. Rustling use a naughty word before.
Naughty Paul.
He did use a naughty word.
What one?
I can't say it, can I?
Give us the first letter.
S.
Did it have an H after it?
Yes.
And an I?
Can't say.
Did it end with a T?
Yes.
Is he describing the show so far? or-
Yes.
or what?
Absolutely. Where are we? Oh, God, we got some
Oh,
more.
poor old Carol's dead.
No, hang on. Hello to Gerald. Gerald, that's a nice name.
Hello,
isn't it?
Gerald.
That's rather
Does
sweet.
it not have a D, or
Hello,
did you just miss
Gerald.
one off?
Just a Gerald.
Gerald. That's a nice name. Is that a real name, Gerald?
Well, it looks like it because his second name is Baltz.
How do you spell that?
Baltz.
Baltz. That's like Gerald Baltz.
Wonder where that comes from.
That's like a stomach complaint.
Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, let's move on. I can hear the fan in the background. Can you turn it off?
Have we only got one fan?
Yeah. Paul says it was his smell chucker that got it wrong. No, you just took it onto movement now instead of turning it off. I said to him, did I not say turn the fan off, boys and girls?
You did say turn it off.
Yeah. And so what he's done, he's put it on auto rotate. He's lifted his arm up to put this cold air onto his armpit, which blows into my face.
Thank goodness this
I've
isn't
got
smell-o-vision.
Yeah, I think it isn't smell-o-vision.
How do you know that?
Well, you twist the knob, that's it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. No, it's stopping, it's stopping. No.
That's quiet now.
Welcome to Fan Operation for Beginners.
You do a
weekly
YouTube
part-
vid, yeah.
Yeah, it would be a new YouTube. That's the one. Let's get on. Carol Gott, the Czech singer, dubbed as the Sinatra of the East, has died. And Lee's been talking to a group of Slovak people about Carol Gott, haven't you?
Well, we have. There is a new show on RTI FM, this station, what we're at now, on a Sunday night at 11 p.m. called Slovak Voices. And it's a thing that connects English and Slovaks. And it's a really brilliantly interesting show. And we have two major guests on there. One is
Ready, Dave?
Stefan-
Ready, Dave?
Yeah. One is Stefan
guess who the
Hudak,
producer is, Dave?
and the other
God,
is
really?
Roman Petrovsky, who's a musician. And we talked about Carol, and it became quite a bit of an argument because Carol Gott, without any doubt, was quite a bit of a wild man. Now, the singing member of the fraternity at Ghost Voices at Slovak Voices on a Sunday night at 11 p.m. on RTI FM said that Carol Gott did not take drugs, did not be a drunkard, did not attend orgies, and was not a wild man. However, our other partner in crime, Stefan, said, "Oh, yes, he was."
Oh, no, he wasn't.
And all the publicity, he was a wild man, and good on him. And he wasn't the world's greatest singer, but he had an incredible charisma.
He was a crooner.
He was a carouser.
Crooner.
No, he was a really good singer.
I've noticed that recently, you know.
Oh.
You know how Slovaks enunciate certain letters,
Yeah.
which is different to English?
Yeah.
I've started doing that.
It's like Stefan.
Yeah.
I think that just sounds like... It's like Schmonica.
You can't do schmonica.
Schmonica, what?
You can't do schmonica, can you, Dave?
And shaving.
No, that doesn't work at all.
Well, because Monica is Monica.
Yeah.
She told me it was Schmonica.
No, it's not. It's Monica.
Yeah, Monica. That only means name, anyway.
That's right.
Yeah.
In Slovak.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like, a few people know that.
But my name, if you enunciate it properly,
Sherik.
would be Eris.
Erica.
No, because the C in Slovak is an S sound,
Yeah.
and the K is the C sound.
I like the sound of the sea.
Oh, God.
What's Schlee then? What would Schlee be? Schlee be. I like that.
Schliebe. So anyway, Carol Gott, just to drag it back to the plot, he
dead.
was very popular in Germany. Very, very popular. What?
I'd just like to say he sold nearly 150 million records. Do you know how many he sold in Slovakia and the Czech Republic?
Very little.
15 million.
Yeah.
That's amazing, isn't it? And yet he's revered over here, like
Yeah,
Paul.
but the thing is, there wasn't the money, there wasn't the equipment and record players, blah, 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 for a long part of his career. But there was in Germany, because
that's right.
he was famous in West Germany as well as East Germany.
He actually played Las Vegas, you know.
I know he did. Yeah, he did really
you
well.
didn't.
Yes.
No, you didn't. You just jumped on it. Have you heard of him, David?
I have not. No,
I
sorry.
wouldn't be surprised.
Look, Google him.
I'm trying to think who's similar. The first thought in my head is Cliff Richard, but it's not.
No. What? Slovakia. Chuck him out. You can't say that Carol Gott was like Cliff
But he's
Richard.
treated in the same reverence.
Well, there shouldn't be any reverence for Cliff Richard, the singing tortoise.
My sister will hit you.
You have to find me.
She wouldn't have a problem doing that.
Oh, no, because she knows where I am.
Yeah. Good afternoon to Chris Neri. Does the producer have anything to mess about with the knobs, or has Lee got someone else to do that? No, we built him a knobless studio. No, we did,
Probably
really.
a safe move, really.
No, we did.
There's a couple of knobs in this studio. So.
Well, that's true. But no, we actually built you a knobless studio, didn't we?
We did, actually. Yes, he did. I have to say, he did build me a studio, and it is lovely. It's lovely and nice. And it fell down last night, actually.
It's a bit.
It fell down.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
built me a studio, and it fell down during the night.
I'm sorry to anybody who's not an audio anorak, which is. Oh, hello, there's another Sarah joined us. Hi, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. And he's got this room with one desk in it, and it's empty.
Yeah.
And when you clap your hands, about 10 seconds later, the echo stops.
Yeah, you hear it. Yeah.
And it goes on and on. So I'm looking around going, right, so I've built this lovely studio. He's got Dolby 5.1 foldback system in there as well.
I have no
What,
idea.
in a room
that
with the
is.
acoustics of a bathroom?
Yes. So I'm going, that sounds rubbish.
Yeah.
So I look on the floor, he's got the empty boxes for the TV
Yeah.
and something else and something else. So there I am ripping these boxes up to make them bigger than they were, stood them up against the walls, put position. It was like a pirate radio station, actually.
It's brilliant, but it fell down last night.
Yeah. And do you know what he did, Dave, when there was this huge bang at 3 o'clock in the morning?
He rang you.
No, he told his wife to get out of bed and see if there was a burglar.
I did. I'm not getting out. I wouldn't make any more shows if they killed me. Can I just say...
Andrew could make them.
Who was this? Who was the French singer, the other Wildman French singer, who was like...
Charles Aznavour.
No, somebody out there will know. That French singer who was a bit of a wild man, looked like a wolf. And
that's not very nice, is it?
Well, it's nice to look like a wolf.
Really?
But looking like a teddy bear.
Oh, no.
I didn't say you when I said that.
You were looking at me.
Oh, that's because you're opposite me.
I only know of one French singer.
Who's that?
Sacha Distel.
No,
he's a wuss.
No, anyway, he was like Alan Delon, but he's not called Alan Delon.
Actually, Sacha Distel's not a million miles away from Gott. Not at all.
No, Gott was a wild man. Gott was a Carol.
People don't
he
see...
had a girl's name.
That's not a girl's name. Stupid boy. No, Sacha Distel, yeah.
He wasn't a wild man.
No, but Carol Gott is not revered as being a wild man.
He was a wild man,
but
though.
He's not revered as...
No, do you know why? If you listen to Slovak Voices at 11 o'clock on Sunday...
You nearly said that wrong, didn't you?
Yeah, nearly. Not this week, the week after, right? Then you'll find out the reason why he wasn't revered, because it was kept secret by the government because he was bringing so much money into the country.
Johnny Holiday.
Johnny Holiday, that's the one.
Thanks, Keith Lewis.
Do you remember Hiram Holiday as well?
No.
Do you not? Dave, do you remember Hiram Holiday?
No.
Oh, God.
I'm a Luddite, come on.
Actually...
I thought you came from Bromley.
Oh, very good.
No, I agree with that. Can Lee sing?
I can.
Or is that how they clear the pub at closing time?
Oh.
When you sing?
No, do you want me to sing?
They invite you to sing at 11.
Do you want me to sing?
No.
Hello, I love you, won't you tell me your name?
Or it could have been Serge Gainsborough was a bit of a naughty boy.
He was a naughty boy, but he wasn't good looking.
Actually, because Keith's on the Facebook,
yeah.
I'm going to completely... Well, we always wreck the programme anyway. I'm going to do something incredibly naughty. Change from everything we're doing, because I want to rant.
Have a rant?
Yes.
With your pants?
With my pants.
Rant pants?
I want to do a rant pants job.
That was it. That was our lovely...
Do you know why I want to do a rant pants?
Because you're just showing off.
No. Now, Keith...
It's Eric's Friday rant.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was a good jingle, nearly. So Keith...
Who's Keith?
Keith Lewis.
Keith Lewis. Hello,
Yeah.
Keith.
He did... no, he didn't. The doctors did. They had gave him a heart operation thingy a year and a bit ago.
Yeah.
So, for all this year and a bit, he's been driving his car, right?
Who's been driving his car?
He has.
Right.
Right. So he's taking tablets and blah, blah, blah. No problems whatsoever.
No.
Then... DVLA get in touch with him and say, you've got to send... This is recent. You've got to send us your medication. Now, he is not on the same medication anymore. He takes one aspirin and one, I think it's an anti-rejection thing, so nothing that's going to hurt your driving ability at all. They took his licence off him.
What, for taking aspirin?
Yeah.
You're joking?
No!
That's amazing.
Hang on a minute.
Keith.
Hello? Hello, DVLA, wake up. Hello?
Keith.
Hello?
Keith, send us your details. We will expose them for that. And if you want to be named, we'll name you. If you don't want to be named, we won't name you. But I think we should.
And we'll
do a
get in
story.
touch with DVLA.
Yeah, and we will talk to DVLA about that. We will do our best to get your license.
Because we've got
back.
that lady who talks to us, haven't we? Of course we have.
Who's that?
That special manager contact
That
personage.
special manager contact
Yeah, about the
person.
driving licences and all that before.
Yeah. Well, no, I have but I do. I
We
have
got
one.
it,
I have
yes.
it. Yeah, but we'll go to the press office. This is a promise, Keith. If you will send us your details, if they have genuinely taken your licence off you,
And his income, because he was working as a transport manager.
so you can't.
He's had to retire from. He's had to resign from work.
How old are you, Keith?
I'm not saying that on the radio. That's not nice.
Well, is he of retirement age?
He could do just nearly.
Well, anyway, it's up to you, Keith. The Consumer Watch Foundation, which I've not mentioned yet, will look into that. We'll get hold of the DVLA, and if we can get your licence back for you, between me and Eric, we will.
because we're a bit like that.
Yeah.
Let's face it, if we can beat Land Rover up, we can beat DVLA
Wow.
up. That's not
DVLA. Yeah, they did.
Actually, no, they were reaching out my hand recently. You saw the letter, didn't you?
No.
Did you not?
Don't
I
know.
thought I sent it you.
What was it?
I'm not going to say on the radio.
Okay.
It was a letter that was insisted on by the Transport Minister for DVLA to send to me to confirm loads of details about Brexit.
I remember it vaguely, yeah.
Yeah. We can tell them, Keith. We'll have a go, mate. Don't you worry about
Yeah.
it. Ex-EastEnders actress has died after
sad.
taking excessive amounts of morphine because
She was very ill. She was very
I mean,
ill.
to be honest, I would have thought she would have been on morphine anyway. When that's Sandy
Yeah,
Radcliffe.
I know, it just is sad.
I like Sue Osmond.
Who's Sue Osmond?
That was her character in EastEnders.
Oh, right, she dead as well.
No, it's a proper soap opera, a real one.
What? EastEnders?
Yeah.
No, rubbish.
Sue was a bit of totty, you know.
Coronation Street is so
Never s-
good.
Yeah, Coronation Street, where they walk around with curlers in and slippers on their feet.
You're talking about my family.
What, in Coronation Street?
Oh, my family.
Oh, right. Anyway, she played the cafe owner with a horrible husband, whose name I can't remember. But anyway,
So
Sue
she
Osmond.
was.
Yeah, she was Sue Osmond, and she ran the cafe that Ian had later on.
She have any brothers?
I don't know.
Osmond brothers.
I think 4.
Oh.
You thought you were going to catch me there, didn't you? Yeah, right. Get up earlier. Anyway, she did suffer from a heroin addiction for about 20-odd years and sadly died alone in Stoke Newington Hospital. No, in Stoke
And sheltered
Newington.
accommodation.
In sheltered accommodation, was it?
In Stoke
So
Newington.
she must have lost all her money.
Yeah.
That's so sad. But Sue Osmond, she was a looker.
Can't remember.
Dave won't remember
Never
because he's
watched
too
it.
young.
Did you used to watch EastEnders, Dave?
No, I've never watched EastEnders,
'Cause
but
it's
I
rubbish.
do recognise the actress in question.
There's no picture on the script, Dave. Are you Googling
That's what
it again?
Google's for.
He's a telly bloke anyway.
But he's never watched EastEnders.
No, but he's a telly bloke anyway. He knows the people. He does.
Nice.
Yes. We move on. Very tragic. Peter Sissons, formerly of the BBC ITN Channel 4. He died at the age of 77. He was actually lambasted a bit for being a very short-term host of Question Time. So
Yeah,
he didn't last that
that's
long. I don't think it was really Peter's gambit to do Question Time. He was more of a reporting journalist person.
Yeah, and he did it well, didn't he? Piers Morgan said he was a journalist of exceptional talent,
He was.
commitment and integrity. That coming from Tony Blair, even though I said it was Piers Morgan, Tony Blair commenting on anybody's integrity just diffuses it immediately. Tony Blair talking about integrity.
He believes he was right. And if he wants to live in that illusion, leave him alone. Can't be bothered with it.
What, Tony Blair?
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he was a very, very good news presenter. And I think he really came to the fore when he went on to commercial television for some reason. I think the BBC, like Bill Thingamajiggy, was on Radio 4.
Murray.
No. The one who... Dave, who did the breakfast show on Radio 4? Good morning.
Oh, Brian Redhead?
No.
Is that who you mean?
No.
Brian Redhead used to be my editor at the Manchester Evening News.
Brian was at LBC as well. No, the one that's just retired from the Radio 4 show.
I know who you mean.
Does Mastermind as
Does
well.
Mastermind
doesn't
as
he?
well, yeah. This is a great radio
now he's
programme.
not Googling.
He is.
What do you mean he's not Googling?
Because you were doing like us.
John Humphreys.
That's the one. It was him saying Bill that caused the confusion.
That was me, sorry. John Humphreys, and I have to agree with him, being an editorial bloke at the BBC for a while, the way that they restrain you because of not being... It's hard to explain. It's not impartiality. It's just the BBC way.
Yeah.
They have their own way of doing stuff, and it does hold you back.
The BBC, we've discussed this before, very briefly. I think, actually, the reporting...
Would
on the
you mind
BBC
talking into your blessed microphone?
I'm talking to you.
Just move your microphone across then. It moves.
The BBC
That's better.
is actually probably one of the most straightforward and honest news providers around. And because of this impartiality, which doesn't mean that you can't have an opinion, it just means that you have to give a balanced view.
Yeah.
And the BBC does tend to give a balanced view of things.
Yeah.
And I quite admire their news coverage. I don't admire much about them since they sacked me, but I quite admire their thing. What are you looking at me like that for?
Sacked my... You didn't have a blinking talent contract. You were just a what's it person.
I was a talking head and they stopped using me because they upset all the farmers.
Well, that's true, but fine is different. You mean Piers Morgan is a journalist? Yes.
Of course he is. Who's that? Let me guess.
Yeah, Mr. Ears. And he was the editor. Was it the Mirror? Wasn't it?
Yeah, Daily Mirror.
Yeah,
Very
Daily
good
Mirror.
editor. Very good editor. Made two serious errors, and then rebuilt his career as a writer and broadcaster. Very good. Very intelligent. Very charming. Very witty man.
I loved his interview. It's on YouTube with John Humphreys. Brilliant interview. Absolutely wonderful. Eddie and the Hot Rods frontman Barry Masters has died at the age of 63. And I'm told by reliable sources that it was something to do with a punk rock band.
What are you talking about? You never heard of Eddie and the Hot Rods?
Well, I've heard of them.
I haven't.
It's what happens is when the electric car catches fire.
He's got that on a button on his desk, you know. I haven't. He's got it pre-recorded. He's actually having a cup of tea.
Yeah, he was probably, I wouldn't say he was the best frontman in the world, but he was a really good British pub rock band frontman. He was wild, he was sweaty, he screamed, he shouted, he played guitar. I think he played guitar, maybe he didn't play guitar.
It was punk rock, he can't shoot, well, he couldn't.
Well, yeah, I actually saw the first concert by the Sex Pistols, and to be honest, they were pretty good musicians.
No, they were pretty
had a
vacant. Pretty vacant.
That's because I'm tired.
Sex Pistols, pretty...
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. What? I know, but I don't
He's supposed to be a music critic that knows everything.
I just said I went to their first concert, and it was pretty good and pretty vacant.
Yes,
they were
because
stunning.
the song was called...
I know, pretty vacant. I can't say what the album was called.
Neither can I.
You can say Rolex.
Yeah, that's about...
Never mind you, Rolex.
Rolex, yes.
Yeah.
The parts for rowing your boat.
Oh, yeah.
Round spherical objects. Round spherical
in the
objects.
Trossachs.
Could be. Anyway,
Do you know what squares are?
Whom?
You know what squares are in the world of art?
Squares?
Yeah.
People like
squares.
you?
No, squares in the world of art are balls to Picasso.
No. You are square.
I am not square.
You are.
I'm not. I'm long and lithesome.
Because you keep saying I'm old, so I'm going back to 1960s language. You're a square.
What are you, Dave? I'm a square. He's old.
I have no clue what I am.
Let's decide what Dave is then.
He'd be hip.
He's a squiggle.
No, because that's Prince.
Oh, I thought he was. Oh, he is.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, you're not.
Anna
Quinn.
Quinn has died. Grange Hill.
Who's this now?
Bang star.
She's dead.
Yeah, she's died. Yeah. And she was also in that great film, A Hard Day's Night.
Which was a load of rubbish again.
Here we go again.
It just was. It was just a terrible, stupid, pointless film that was actually gave rise to the monkeys who did that kind of thing so much better than these four. Well, John Lennon was lovely. George Harrison was pretty good. Well, then the singing. He's the singing tortoise, isn't he? Not Cliff Richard.
Oh dear. Hi, Dashy. Yeah, go on, give him some stick.
Oh, then.
I was just wondering whether Lee could actually tell us a good film. Because everything's rubbish, so he must like some.
Dave, it's simple.
Oh, go on.
Lee, you were a film critic, weren't you?
I was a film critic. I'm a critic of everything.
Oh, in that case, he hates everything that everybody likes.
That's right.
Well, no,
I agree, Dave. Yay!
I don't like pop
seen
music.
a film critic that knows what he's doing.
No.
I don't like pop music because it's anodyne and shallow. I don't like films that are weak. Probably the best film ever made is Blade Runner with Rutger Hauer. After that, probably Exodus, going back to the 1960s, earlier film. Revenant with him. There's lots of brilliant films, but they're good films. They've got integrity.
Do you know the film Sunshine?
I know that one, yeah, I think. What's that about?
Hang on, Dashy says... I agree. This is wonderful. Thank you very much indeed. We like you immensely. He's not going to agree with this, I'll tell you that now. Spaghetti westerns are great, especially
Brilliant.
the ones with Clint Eastwood, the good, the bad and the ugly. And I love it because it's so non-PC.
Absolutely brilliant films.
Good grief, it's a film that Lee likes.
No, it's a genre of film that I liked.
Right.
Eric Morricone or whatever he's called did this incredible music for them. Brilliant films, yeah. What's your favourite film then, dear?
Me or him?
Dave, you go first, Dave.
Oh God. I'm trying to think. I suppose that I love the Back to the Future trilogy. I think they're awesome.
Yeah, good films.
Yeah, I agree.
Good films.
Yeah.
They're good.
Star Wars?
Nah. Very good
I'm
films.
not a
I just didn't like them.
massive fan of Star Wars. They're pretty good. I prefer the Star Treks. Oh God, Lee's just had a heart attack. And the other film that I really, really like floating around at the moment was The Greatest Showman, which came out a couple of years ago.
That's right, it did,
I
didn't it?
remember. Who's that about?
That was The Greatest Showman. That was all about P.T. Barnum.
Yes, that's right. That was a good film.
I know this is going to sound stupid, and you're all going to laugh at me.
No, we won't laugh.
In terms of older movies, Star Wars, E.T. Star Wars and E.T., yeah.
So what, they made a film together?
Star Wars and E.T. / E.T.
Oh, I see, sorry.
In the more modern days, the one that I would watch more than anything, and I've watched every time, The Boat That Rocks. Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good film.
That was it. Dashy says, "Live long and prosper." I like that. They're arguing about political bias for the BBC now. Too late. Once Upon a Time in the West. What's that?
That's a really good film. I don't know who said that. Really good film, yeah.
Once Upon a Time in the West. What's it about then?
Well, it's about the West.
It's not one of these stupid films where you're going through the sand and the London Philharmonic Orchestra plays.
That kind of thing. It was a sort of spaghetti western, but it was a long film. It was about 3 hours long, wasn't it, Keith? And it just was a very, very good telling film. Very emotional, very dramatic, not particularly violent, but was really good. The other film that was an outstanding work of art is a film called The Hitcher. That was absolutely magnificent.
Now, I'm just going to say this because I'm missing a few...
You didn't give your film.
No.
I did, The Boat That Rocked.
Oh.
Yeah, but you've just copied Steve. Steve
you
said
just
that.
said that. Steve said that. Yeah,
This is why I'm going to apologise, because I've just seen the message. For those of you on You Now and Facebook, and those of you at home, imagine 3 screens. One in the middle has got the words on it that I read out, and the jingle machine. But to my right and left, and you can see these on the webcam, they are absolutely solid of messages. And I apologise now, because I know I've missed a few, and I'm very sorry, but I can't keep up.
Yeah, I'll keep them coming in now.
Yeah, because I can't. Full of no. Are spaghetti westerns full of Italian? No, don't be so stupid.
No.
But the funny thing is, there's a connection again.
That's a load of bolognese.
Very good. There is another connection because some spaghetti westerns were filmed in this region.
They were.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And there was. I can't remember the names now. There was a big fat bloke with a beard, and a really handsome younger bloke who made some brilliant spaghetti westerns, really funny ones. If anybody out there can think who I mean. There were spaghetti westerns that were stunners. The Greatest Story Ever Told, with John Wayne, who actually stood over the crib and looked down at the baby Jesus and said, "Surely this is the Son of God."
Yep.
Now what?
It's just amazing. We move on. This is Postcard from Poprad. It's 40 minutes past the hour already. Blimey. That's going quick. And hello to Dorothy, who's just joined us as well.
Hello, Dorothy.
Hello, Dorothy. I've got to tell you.
Oh, no.
I think my wife still likes me a little bit.
Which wife?
Martina.
Oh, that wife. Sorry.
Thank you, Ireland.
You only got one Martina. I didn't mean that in the way it came out.
No, you sounded wrong.
Apart from the other one, of course.
Yeah. So she came back from Ireland yesterday. Guess what she bought me?
Irish.
What? What, Dave?
Guinness.
No, a thing.
What?
A leprechaun.
No, there's no such thing as
Irish dancing lessons.
Yeah, Irish dancing lessons. We sent you a video and you completely ignored it.
I didn't, because I did put. I commented on it.
You little liar.
I'm not a little liar. Go and have a look at. Go and have a look at it again on Andrea's.
Ah, right, yeah, all right, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
typical journalist, lying his way out of it. Anyway, she bought me 2 full-size Christmas puddings.
Are you wearing them pinned on your chest at the moment?
Some a Taurus.
No, you're very slim, actually. You're looking very slim
I'm
today.
doing better. She bought me some jellies, the ones you mix up yourself,
Yeah.
but she got me the sugar-free ones. Bless.
Nice.
Lemon, orange, and strawberry. Ooh. So we could have
Well,
English grub.
we could actually, because I'm going to make an apple crumble.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know how to do it. Hit it with a hammer.
Vodka jellies, here we come.
Yes, exactly. And the other thing she bought me back was jars of proper mincemeat, so I can make mince pies for Christmas.
That sounds lovely.
Doesn't it? Dashi says, what times and days do you folks stream on you now? Every day.
Every day.
Every day. We are here constantly.
Every day.
We have the few bits where we have to break off with that. For those who don't realise, you know, only let people stream for 6 hours a day, then you have to kickstart it and start all over again. But we're here most of the time. Definitely here every Friday lunchtime, our time, Dashi. I'm not sure where you are. Dashi, where are you in the world? You have to tell us. Time, please. Well, I don't know, because it depends on where you are in the world.
Who are you talking to now?
Midday UK.
Midday UK.
1 p.m. CET.
No, 1300 CET.
Oh, 1300 CET.
Yes, to do it properly in CET language.
David, may I ask...
Oh, Dash is on Eastern time. Oh, my word. So that's 7,
That's like...
8, 9 hours behind us.
Ooh.
So
Whose phone's
Whose
that?
phone was that then?
it was mine.
Oh!
Don't you know broadcasting etiquette, dear boy?
No, but I'm waiting for a message.
David,
It's 7:43 in the morning Eastern time at this precise moment.
So
did you just make that up or have
so
you
that's
Googled it?
7 in the morning,
I
Dashy.
googled it.
We are your breakfast show.
we are your breakfast show. What are you having for breakfast?
Every Friday, we are your breakfast show.
Between 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Yes, every Friday morning in the US of A.
I want to ask... David...
What state are you in, Dashy?
He's
Let us know.
He's just a bit tired. He's only just woke up.
I'm going to thump him in a minute.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I am going to thump him in a minute.
Oh, look, the camera's moving, look. It's gone to your arm.
That's because you...
Twiddling his fingers.
Oh, it's coming back now.
Oh. See, he moves his head around. It goes over to him again now. Dash is in Florida.
Florida?
Oh, hello, Dashi. Well, we're in Poprad, which is the country of Slovakia, slap bang in the middle of Europe.
We are.
That's us.
Are you having dates for breakfast?
And Dave is in London, or thereabouts.
I'm in the studio.
And I have to have Lee in here every week as well.
Dave, I'm sorry I keep calling you David, I shouldn't. But Dave, would you mind
His
if I...
mum calls him David.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're in trouble when you want to say David.
It's really funny because yours goes, David?
David!
Is your mum?
I have no clue.
Good. Because she does. She
Possibly not.
She goes, David? And you think, oh, he's in trouble.
Eric!
What?
I have
You
to ask
sound
you
like
a
my
question. I have to ask you a question.
What?
I'm going to embarrass you on the radio.
Well, you always do.
Me?
Just being here.
Yeah, what?
What?
Dave, what did you want?
What?
What? I'm going to
You said-
embarrass Eric on the
What is
radio.
it?
Oh, I want Dash's breakfast.
What's he having?
Toast with mixed fruits and coffee for breakfast.
I've not had breakfast, and it's nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon here.
Well, you never have breakfast till 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon anyway.
I know, but I'm hungry now.
Oh, can you get... Hang on, can you smell it?
What?
Food from next door.
I smelt it coming up the stairs. I thought the lift was on fire.
No, that's goulash she's making. You smell. And she does really nice goulash, the lady next door.
I love
It has
goulash.
potatoes, pork, beef, nice sauce,
You're
onions.
trying to filibuster this question, aren't you?
Yes.
Dave, are you ready?
Yeah, go on, spit it out, man.
This is the expert. This is the BT expert, right? Who very pompously announced last week that he didn't watch Peaky Blinders because he could drive buses through its historical content, and said that because it was based in the 1930s, they didn't have phones with STD dialing when Peaky Blinders were about. STD has a totally different meaning now than it did in those days, and actually I checked out what he'd said. And the first dial telephones came out in 1879, and actually in the 1930s you didn't have to go through the operator, dear.
In the States.
No, in Britain. In Britain, the first STD lines...
We could be talking about Hull here. Now, that
No,
was different.
no, because I even checked that as well.
How did you? For
Yeah.
Kingston Communication. Dashy, what is this podcast about primarily?
Nothing.
We have no idea.
It's supposed to be about news,
It's occasionally about news.
but then he just keeps talking about rubbish.
And then there's a grumpy git who sits opposite me. Dave is sitting in for Rachel. Dave's in London and Rachel's in Australia.
Yeah.
And may I suggest streaming on YouTube?
Very helpful, very helpful.
I agree. The thing is that he's talking about streaming on You Now. We are planning to do that because You Now is primarily for young people, and I agree. But my phone keeps going bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong all the time, and it does it all day, doesn't it?
My bong just goes bing.
Yes, because we, for most of the part, during the weekday days, we are very youth-orientated music.
Yes.
In the evenings, it's adult, not adult content, but grown-up music.
Yeah, grown-up music.
And then oldies at the weekend. So we're a 24/7 radio station, Radio Tatras International, hence RTI, you see, Dashy. But we are planning to go on YouTube. We've gone through all the rigmarole of getting broadcaster permission, which we have to do because we are a licensed broadcaster.
We certainly are, and we operate under Ofcom rules.
Yes, this is very true. And we do very well with our audience already, mate. But you're absolutely right.
Well, thank you for thinking of us.
Absolutely, Dashy.
If you get bored with us, you'd become a dashboard.
We're also on, I can't remember all of them. Picato, we're on Xbox.
You noticed he's avoided answering the question, Dave.
Have I not answered
I
it?
had noticed this.
Oh, right. Where else are we? I can't remember at the moment.
Change his
we're on
name to Phil.
Hello to OK.ru in Russia, where we
Last
are.
name Buster.
And we should all say hello to Thailand as well, of course, where we're there as well.
I like Thailand. It's a really good shop. You can get socks there as well, you know. I said
Is that
socks.
the only thing you can think of, that you can get socks in Thailand?
Well, no, you could think about yours. You've got an E instead of an O.
Oh, I'm shocked now.
Why?
I've just read a message.
What did it say?
Well, if I read it out, you're all going to laugh. Because Dashy's being wonderful again, sort of explaining the reach of audience and that.
Yeah.
And he says, and I quote, is it he? I'm sure it's he. So, and I quote, I'm sure your corporation already knows that.
Oh, he's seen your stomach, hasn't he?
No, he thinks we're a big corporation.
Well,
But we're not.
No, we're not, actually.
No, we're not. Not at all.
We have a really good website called the Consumer Watch
No,
Foundation.
that's not it.
No, we
no,
have
no,
a really
hang on.
good, which is allied, and we work together very often.
Yeah.
RTI
But
and the
no,
Consumer Watch Foundation.
What you need to know, Dashy, is that RTI's current phase is a rebirth, rather like a phoenix, and everybody does this because they want to do radio, and everybody. is very passionate about radio and wants to share the best ways to do it, actually, to be really honest.
So, yeah. Personally, I just do it because I get let out on a Friday afternoon.
Well, that's true. So, anyway, there we go.
Again.
Yes.
You talked over Dave then.
I did, really, didn't I?
What did you say, Dave?
Hang on. I'll tell you what. You talk to Dave for a minute, and I'll give... Dashy wants a...
Oh!
I've just touched a button I shouldn't have done.
What?
Hang on.
What does he want? What's he getting that I'm not getting?
I'm not telling you.
Right, Dave. Do you hear that? What have you had it off him?
Secrets.
Yeah. Little secrets on the internet, Eric.
I've actually written words and letters together.
It's not Eric Norman Wiltshire. It's Eric
I've
Naughty
written words
Wiltshire.
and letters together.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a few did you do?
1, 2,
Seeing
3,
as everybody's
4, 5,
plugging
6,
everything,
7,
can I
8.
plug maxregen.co.uk?
Why
Yeah,
not?
because you have to plug them in, don't you?
Yes. Electric cars.
3, 6, 8 letters I've just written.
That's
8
quite
letters.
a few.
It is, isn't it?
In
And
fact-
if I count the full stops, it's 10.
Well, that's fewer than I've written today.
No.
Few
Sure.
people write as much as me.
Oh, he's
A
off
few
again.
do. This is how he took The Guardian to task over a headline and said that the headline couldn't say few plaques, blue plaques in London. It had to say a few blue plaques. So I pointed out it meant two totally different things. Two totally different statements.
No, I was accusing The Guardian of being racist, actually.
No, you were not.
I was.
You were not.
I was.
You were not. How can that be a racist statement anyway?
Why do they have to put black in front of things? Bob Marley is a normal human being, 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 head, very normal bloke.
Yeah, but everybody knew he was black. It doesn't make any difference. And what they were saying is that there are few monuments to black people in London, and I thought they were quite right. If they said there were a few, that means there was quite a few, and then it would have been wrong to make the statement that he was black. In that case, they weren't being racist. It was a perfect headline. Ignoring me again, Dave.
I am, yep. Questions coming in. Were KC behind Merlin 1? No, different Merlin.
Didn't have quite the spell.
No. Where? Damn. Oh, they're getting all confused with their autocorrect things as well.
Oh, no.
Never mind. Have we done any news today?
Hey, no, we've done it.
For those
No, we're still on page 2 of this 9-page running
We've
order,
already
and you've
done
only
dead
got
people.
7 minutes to go.
Yes, good news. We've had... This is really funny. We've had somebody who I know to be the right, as in right politically, and somebody who's left politically, both thinking that the BBC are biased.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Isn't that interesting?
Very interesting indeed.
Very, very
I
interesting.
think that answers their own question.
What does Warlow mean? Or was that hello?
Warlow?
Hello.
Andy Warlow.
Oh, I see what you mean. You're saying hello.
Backwards. Does that mean he's talking through his...
I think that's Teresa by the look of the name. Is going hello and going wow like that. You know, fun.
Aloha.
Like aloha, yeah.
Yeah. Or... What's that? Isn't that... So how do people answer the phone now? Jello. Yeah, why do people say jello instead of hello?
I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Jello. Yeah.
Dashi wants to know about advice on starting a radio station or podcast or thingy.
Don't give him advice now. We've only got 7 minutes left.
No, it's easy.
Go on then.
Sick.
If you look up Internet Radio Broadcasting on Facebook, it's a closed group, and you have to answer some questions. There's a whole bunch of really professional experts there, and they are very willing to help. Give you advice, talk about equipment, how to set things up,
Davey's off
so you
again.
don't get conned. Yep. So go Internet Radio Broadcasting, go over there, mate, and away you go.
And don't use this show as a template for your programming.
No, don't.
No.
No, whatever you do, don't do it, because this would be a disaster. I've got to do this story because it's just funny.
Which one?
My warped sense of humour. It's all about Brexit, you see, and we don't do Brexit a lot because I find it terribly boring.
Yeah.
But this is hysterical because I'm just waiting for two groups of people for their blood to boil because the US has slapped 25% tariffs on European Union goods, including, for the Mrs. Cranky, including single malt Scotch whisky. So by staying in the EU, the biggest export that Mrs. Cranky goes on about in Scotland is now up-priced by 25% because you can't sell it to one of your biggest markets anymore. Oh dear, what a shame. What a nump. And she said, we're staying in the EU because it's the best thing for us to do. Oh, really? Your price of your whiskey's just gone up by 25%, which will make it completely unsellable in the US, basically, and so you're down the toilet with all that money. What a wonderful... Why don't they people think of things outside the box?
Well, I know that absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. I'm trying to find my story of this week that I think is really good.
Which one's that?
And then Dave, I'm trying to find it out. And then Dave, you've got to pick your role as
No,
well.
I did. I'm sorry. I apologise. I used the B word. I'm very sorry.
Which B word did you use? Brexit, yeah.
Hello, Jerome. Where have you been, you naughty person?
Yeah.
We've been here for nearly an hour, sweating over this studio, and you've just arrived.
Brexit is quite interesting.
It is actually. It's getting very, very interesting now. It's probably the most interesting to. Dave, while he's looking for his favourite story, what's yours?
Well, I'm just wondering if anybody can help Connor Spear, who went to a music festival and parked his car in a residential street in Bristol.
Yes.
And can't find it now. I think this is hilarious.
I've done that.
Yeah, but he's got a hatchback car, right?
Yeah.
It's one of the most stolen cars in the UK.
Yeah.
And he can't find where he parked his car. I would suggest to you, Connor, it's been nicked.
What sort of car is it?
It's a Vauxhall Corsa XS.
Vauxhall Corsa. And it's the Go Faster model.
I had a 2-litre Escapri when I worked on the Daily Star in Manchester. And I used to get that nearly every night.
Go on, right. I'm going to squeeze this one because I think this is terribly important, and being serious for a minute. The parents of a critically ill 5-year-old girl have won their legal right to send her to Italy for life support treatment. Yeah. And I tell you, any parent would do that. Any parent. And so the doctors that stood in their way are stupid. Parents in Scotland are no longer allowed to smack their children after the passing of a law making physical punishment illegal.
That's right. My story of the week, really, is a terrible story. The German police have shot dead a zebra.
Yeah, I know.
That's ridiculous. They could have...
Tranquilised it.
Tranquilised it, yeah. Or actually just bothered to catch it. Why shoot dead a zebra?
I don't get it.
Nah,
I think the funniest story of the week for me...
That wasn't funny.
No, my one is the Extinction Rebellion people.
Oh, right, on the masks.
No, because they went to spray these 4,000 gallons of fake blood everywhere. Unfortunately, they let the fire hose go, and it covered them in the stuff and poured it all out over the road instead of getting the building. But one of the things I think is quite tragic, Hong Kong is to ban people, and I watched the chief executive talking about it this morning on the news feed. They're going to ban the people wearing masks, and I tell you, that is just communist rule coming back.
Well, yeah, but then everybody's telling people that they can't wear masks if they're of Muslim extraction. What's the difference?
I get your point, and I've got to do this one because I think this is a wonderful thing, and well done to the people in Las Vegas for doing well, and get well, Sir Rod, get well. A British couple whose dream holiday was left in tatters by the collapse of Thomas Cook been treated to a surprise performance by Sir Rod Stewart.
I know.
And they tied the knot in Vegas. Sharon and Andrew have a lovely time and a lovely life together. They were married in Caesar's Palace. The whole thing was planned and organised and then sort of thrown out the window because of the collapse of the airline. But the Caesar's Palace came to the rescue, got Delta Airlines to fly them and all their friends across, and they had a lovely time. And that's it. It's time for us to say goodbye, Dave.
Goodbye, Dave.
That wasn't very good, was it?
Well, no, but that's what Rachel says, so he's just copied her.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, see? No, clever.
Bye-bye, Dave.
Thank you.
Bye-bye,
Bye-bye.
Dave.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much indeed. From me, Wiltshire, that is the end of, he loosely says, a programme called Postcard from Poprad. Whether that's real or not, I have no idea. But thank you very much indeed for your company. Anybody want to buy a 3-litre BMW? Keith is selling one. And Chris has got a tracker on his as well. Yeah, they just stop cars from working, but that's the fun of the thing. We'll see you next week. Take care. Be careful out there, because you never know how many glasses you might drink.
The Station of the Stars. RTI.